Hey guys, this is Coach Chris. Welcome to my channel where we break down international level fights for strategies and tactics that you can use in your own fights. However, due to coronavirus and staying at home, we're doing more tutorial based stuff, so it's more stuff for you to keep in mind either while you're training at home or when you get back in the ring. So this week we're going to be covering what to do when you get back to your coaching chair. Now for you more advanced players, this is something you're going to be doing normally already, so this video may not be for you guys, but if you're more beginner, intermediate, those kind of players, this is my tips to you guys. So the first tip I'm going to give you guys is number one is listen to your coach. And your coach is going to be on the outside of the ring. Generally, your coach is a little bit more experienced than you, or which is why they're coaching you in the first place. So they may see things that you necessarily may not feel like is there, but since they're on the outside, since they're able to observe the match from a third person point of view, they're going to have very good perspective about what's open, what the other guy's doing. And because they're not actually in the ring fighting, they can take into account more variables that you may not see yourself who's actually in the ring. All right guys, and so rule number two is make sure you get some water. I can see you guys maybe not getting water if you're trying to intimidate your opponent or something, but in general, I always grab some water in between my rounds to make sure that I'm well hydrated and keep my body temperature cool for the next round. So don't be afraid to grab water, whether you're drinking water or Gatorade or whatever you're drinking. Make sure to hydrate with some kind of liquid in between. All right guys, so rule number three for being in the chair is keep your eye on your opponent's coach. So rule number one is make sure that you're listening to your coach. Number two is make sure you're getting some water or some kind of hydration in as you're doing this. Rule number three is watch your opponent's coach. Some coaches are a little bit more reserved, and so you won't be able to get as much information out of them. But sometimes matches get heated. Occasionally the other coach is really into the match, and so they're throwing hand motions left and right. As you can see in these couple of clips I played earlier. And you can kind of distinguish, like, this means fast kick, this is a front leg axe kick, back leg axe kick, back leg round. That kind of deal. So kind of look out for those hand motions and see what leg they're pointing to. If they point to a left leg or they're tapping their player's left leg and then doing this, that's watch for a left leg fast kick, watch for a left leg fast kick face, watch for a left leg off ball, that kind of deal. So what I do when I'm sitting in the chair is I'm taking in the information, I'm drinking my water, and I'm watching the enemy coach to see if I can get any kind of intel about what they might be trying to use against me in the next match. This is definitely something you can practice at a tournament, so you have to practice watching the opponent's coach at a tournament, but also when we finally get back to sparring, we're able to do that. Unless your coach specifically says not to look over there as he's coaching the other player, something you can try and do or try and work on the skills, watch your coach. If he's coaching your classmate or your teammate at the time, he's coaching your teammate, kind of watch for what he's saying and see if you can already develop a counter strategy to that. And then sure, it's a little bit annoying to your coach, but you get to work on your skill and it pushes your other player to adapt even more. Obviously this is specific to where it's a challenging situation. I mean, if you're new or if you're experienced and the guy's new, obviously don't counter what the coach is saying because he's trying to help the new guy, right? So be a good teammate. But if not, and you're both on a sparring team, you're both about equal level and he's coaching your player, try and see if you can distinguish what he's telling his player by just the hand motions or what he's doing with his hands. And that will help you try and identify that while you're in the chair. So that's something for you guys to work on as well. And so the last and final rule of sitting in the chair is to control your breathing. And this is a big one because a lot of players are busy drinking water, things are really chaotic. Something you can do to calm yourself down and to kind of reset for the next fight is to make sure that you're breathing properly. Try and get as much air as you can in and out, and don't let the stress of the match overwhelm you too much to where you forget to do that. Because the whole point of you going back to your chair in the first place is for you to recover. So make sure you're recovering at the end. And that about wraps it up, guys, for this video. And once again, thank you to my editor, Mike. He's doing fantastic work editing these videos week after week. So I'll give him a like down below. I'll leave his link. And thank you to my Patreon supporter. For those of you guys who don't know, I have Patreon now. So if you guys want to support me on there, really helps me out. And until then, guys, I'll see you guys next week. Stay safe.